What's really happening in the Long Island real estate market, and more specifically right here in Nassau County. If you're one of those people who's either in the process of buying or selling a home or thinking about doing it in the near future, you need to understand the current state of the market as it's really happening. Ignore what the Main Street media is telling you and pay attention to the hyper-local details. Today we're going to discuss Nassau County, but if you're thinking about making a move and you know where you want to be, get the hyper-local details. Hit us up at any time. We'd be more than happy to help you with that. So let's talk numbers. We have just finished the third quarter of 2021, and there are some huge gaps in what happened last year and what's been happening this year, and I'm going to explain to you why. Third quarter, July, August, September. What happened in the past, and then we're going to give you a few of the leading indicators as to what's currently happening today and what we expect to happen in the future. Let's talk top 10 sales. Everybody loves those big, sexy numbers. The number one selling home in Nassau County during the third quarter, up in Great Neck, $14 million. The number 10 home actually sold $5.4 million in Old Brookville. 9 of the 10 are all up on the North Shore. North Shore luxury market is still moving at a fairly rapid pace compared to what it has done historically. Now let's go through the numbers and discuss what actually happened. These numbers are year over year, so we're looking at July, August, and September of this year versus the same time period last year. Active listing inventory is down 12%. Now that's a huge drop off when you look at the 12% number, but understand why these numbers might be a little bit tainted. Last year, COVID, pandemic, the whole 9 yards. The real estate industry here in Nassau County was almost shut down to a halt during the early days of the pandemic. Nobody knew what could happen. The governor had a state of emergency. We weren't allowed to work with buyers or sellers or go into houses and even show houses. So what happened in second quarter of last year and third quarter of last year, there was a rush. There was a lot of pent-up anxiety, and the people who wanted to buy during second quarter weren't able to in many, many cases. Not all, but many. So the third quarter numbers actually got escalated a lot. Where we're at right now, with just under 9,000 homes selling during the 90-day period of third quarter, is just about the pace that we historically do move at. So that 12% drop-off is a big difference from last year, but the other numbers are going to give you a little bit more insight as to what the real truth is. Pending listings. Those homes that were on the market that are now officially pending or under contract, waiting to actually close. That number dropped 27% from last year. But again, when we look at what happened this year, 3,411 homes. So if we look at that pace, 1 out of 3 homes is going into a pending status almost every day. Sold listings, here we go. That number is up 27%. This is a high number, 3,751. So we're looking at a lot of activity, a lot of those homes coming off the market. Again, why such a big number? Well, think about it. Here in Nassau County particularly, when do most people want to get into a home? A lot of people move because of their children and because of school. Who wants to move September, October, November? They're all making that move during the summer, which is why August historically is one of the highest closing months, highest closing rate months of the year. So yes, that number's up 27%, big increase from last year. Now here are the numbers that are really getting a lot of people either excited or terrified. Let's look at average and median price. The average sale price of a home here in Nassau County during the third quarter. Now don't panic. Remember all those top 10 sales. That's why we share it with you. Those numbers pull the averages way up. But the average home price in Nassau County has gone up 17% third quarter this year compared to third quarter last year. A total that exceeds $860,000 on average. Now, median price, this is a more realistic number. Median, half sold above, half sold below. That number is also up 17% to a number that is just below $690,000. So you think about it, half the homes selling above $690,000, the other half selling below $690,000. Our average time on the market, that number has also dropped drastically. 43% that number dropped from 82 days last year to 47 days from the date a home is listed to the date that it goes under contract. Not closed, but under contract. Month supply of inventory. Now this one we've been preaching about for years. What is month supply of inventory? 6 months is the barometer. If there's more than 6 months worth of inventory on the market, it tends to be a buyer's market. Buyers have the leverage. When it's below 6 months, sellers have the leverage. We've all been watching TV, listening to the news, reading the headlines in the newspaper. Dive deeper, understand what's really going on. Month supply of inventory is still at a ridiculously low number at 2.8 months, meaning in about 11 weeks, if nothing new comes on the market, Every home that's available right now will sell at some price. That puts sellers in the driver's seat. That's what's leading to bidding wars still happening even as the market has quieted down based on seasonality right now. Last year we were at 2.5 months. Right now we're at 2.8 months. Still an incredibly strong seller's market, but buyers do have wonderful opportunities out there. Why do buyers have such great opportunities? Yes, interest rates. They are starting to creep up. Last year at this point, we were just a hair above 3% on a national basis. This quarter, this year, we're at 3.17%, so just over 1/10 of a point higher than where we were at this point last year. Mortgage money is available. People who have good credit, reasonable down payment, a good work history, there is great opportunity for you to leverage the bank's money to go out there and buy the home of your dreams, trade up to a bigger home, trade up to a luxury home, or sell that higher end home, cash out and move into something a little bit smaller and that serves your life better. Now, we talked about interest rates and month supply, all those different things. Understanding who's going to be a benefit to you in the process if you are thinking about making a move. Every listing out there, every home seller out there who's putting their house on the multiple listing system has an agent and a professional working for them. And that's the way to go. Get somebody who's a pro, who knows the ins and outs, who can talk to you about numbers like these and help you interpret them, to leverage them, to put you in the best position possible. But where I'm seeing struggles right now is all these buyers who are frustrated with these potential home buyers who are frustrated with multiple offers and not enough inventory. There is inventory out there that's not on the multiple listing system. I like to refer to it as that hidden market. These are homes that come on and off the market on a regular basis, but they don't sell because people are overpricing them. There are overpriced listings that are expired. Find yourself a professional agent who's going to work with you as your representative if you're on the buy side. Get them to hunt for you. Get them to dig for you. Get them to find those gold nuggets that are buried deeper and deeper that the average agent isn't going to be able to help you find. Do the right thing. Help yourself. Talk to a pro about representation. I know I talk about this month after month, but I'm finding more and more when people hire a representative on the buy side, they tend to win probably at least 4 out of 5 times. Whereas if you just go out with every listing agent out there thinking you're going to get a great deal, that's not the way it works. As always, we are here to be a resource for you. If you have questions about anything in the real estate process or anything about what's going on here in Nassau County or Long Island, we would love to be of help. Give us a call, shoot us a message at any time, and we look forward to seeing you again next month.